This is Calvin Castine. We're at the Scioto Field in beautiful downtown Scioto for the championship round of the Clinton County Firemen's League playoffs. It's the Altona Rock Runners and the Altona Veterans. Game originally scheduled for Cannons Corners. We drove there, and luckily the team hadn't got word to John Corrier because somebody was there waiting to tell John to come down here. And because of that, we found out Ken Perrier over there said he called my place at 5:15, and I was already en route to Cannons. Some of these players didn't get notified till 5 or after, so I just left a little too early, I guess. For the Rock Runners, Dave Lucia is on the pitching rubber. Clarence LaFountain is behind the plate. Dean LaFountain is at first base. It's Randy Lajway at second. John Corrier is at short, and Rick Dumas is at the third base position. The outfield out there's Tim LaFountain. Who else is out there? Dale Rabideau, Lyle Young, and Mark Tatro. Leading off for the Altona Veterans will be Daryl Myatt. Officials will be Jim Varon and Mike Brannon. All right, Myatt steps in. The game is set to start. Scheduled for 6, so not too bad off. The Rock Runners, they defeated Cherubusco in the semis. And the Altona Veterans, they defeated Beekmantown. Both clubs wrapping up their series in 2 games. We saw game 1 on hometown cable between the Rock Runners and Busco, but weren't able to get game 2. We were fortunate to get both games of the Beekmantown Altona series. Get to Tim LaFountain, and we have 1 down. I'll bring up Ken Perrier, the pitcher. Since I arrived late, I didn't have a lot of choice in where I parked, so I parked in the parking lot up at the other field here, and I'm walking down, and some of the guys are taking batting practice. And the first time I noticed that it's kind of a busy site here behind the backstop, and kind of busy as a home here and trees, and the ball's got to be up in the air about 15 feet or so before you really get a good judge of where it's heading. Perrier goes the opposite way, and we're going to have a base runner for the Altona Veterans. With Ken Perrier on, his son Steve Perrier will step in. Steve had a big game against Beekmantown earlier this week on Tuesday. Had 2 homers and a double, and a nice head-first slide. There's a pitch from Super Dave Lucia. Line shot. It's under Rabideau's glove. He tried to shoestring it. I think he was so surprised that the ball was in front of him that he hadn't planned for that. So Steve Perrier will go all the way around, and it's a 2-0 lead here for the Altona Veterans. Now Bruce Warren will step in. Warren hits a hard shot to Dumas. He short hops it over to first in time. Nice play. The ball got there well before the camera did, but it was a nice play by Dumas. Unfortunately, I saw it with my left eye, and my right eye is the one that has the viewer for the camera. So it was a nice play and a very short hop for Dumas. A good pickup and a fire to first. Now Terry Perrier is at the plate. Hits the first pitch, foul across the road. Strike 1. These are the cars most likely to get hit, cars and trucks. That's a dangerous place to park. There was 1 or 2 spots there available when I showed up, but I said no thank you. That's hit to short. John Courier comes up with it. Over to Dean LaFountain. 2 runs for the Altona Veterans. And after 1/2 inning, it's the Altona Veterans 2 and the Altona Rock Runners coming to bat. Mark Tatro at the plate. Steps in, hits the first pitch in the bottom of the first to Bruce Warren, and we have 1 down. Now bring up Dean LaFountain. I'll give you the Altona Veterans defense. Ken Perrier is pitching. There's a slow nubber to Terry Perrier. He was hoping for a foul ball, but it's fair. Oh, is it foul? Let's see. Yep, fair ball. Fair ball. Doug Bouye is the catcher. This is Tim LaFountain at the plate now. Brian Recor is at first base. Bob Wood is at second. A lot of first ball hitting here, deep to Warren. He goes back, into the trees. It's a fair ball. It's going to be a ground rule double. LaFountain. What a very well hit ball, but it's only going to be 2 bases. Bob Wood at second. Let's see, it's short to Steve Perrier. Terry Perrier is at third base. In the outfield, let's see Bruce Warren, Darryl Mayette, Homer Champagne, and Fred Porter, I guess. Or is Charlie Perrier out there? Yeah, I guess that's. I guess that's Porter and Champagne out there. Can't always tell this far away. Rick Dumas at the plate. Hard hit. Wood stops it. All you can do is keep it in the infield. Now John Courier, the batter. Let's see. I'm going to guess that's Charlie Perrier out there in the right center. With Fred Porter in right. 2-1 to score. Tying run is at third base. 1 out. Rick Dumas on at first. Tim LaFountain at third base. Ball 2 to Courier. Randy Lajway on deck. Courier takes a strike. Goes the opposite way. This should score a run if it's caught. Foul ball, out of play. If he'd caught it and carried it in there, runners would advance to base. But since he caught it when it was out of play, it's no play on it. Two and 2 to count. And a pitch from Ken Perrier. Inside, full count. 1 down. Bases are not full, but they would be with a walk here. Hard hit, base hit for Courier. That's going to tie it. Dumas going to hustle his way into third base. Oh, Courier comes through with a RBI single, pushing Dumas to third. It's a tie ball game, and Randy Lajway steps in. Still just 1 out. First inning. And a pitch from Ken Perrier. Strike 1. Inside, 1 ball, 1 strike. Base hit. Right down the line. It was one of those that I think Lajway was thinking about holding up on and ended up poking it into left field. The go-ahead run is scored. Runners at first and second, and Dale Rabideau at the plate. Now the pitch from Ken Perrier. Strike one. One and one. Out of play.
Nothing but arms there. Gotta step into it, bud. Let's go.
1-2 pitch. Hit, base hit. Rock Runners hitting it between the fielders. Collier on his horse. He scores from second. Good hustle. And it's now at 4-2 or 3-2. Let's figure it out here. One out. That'll be 4 runs in. 4-2. Ralph Graves Jr. the batter now. Runners at first and second. Still just one down. And a pitch from Ken Perrier. Strike one. Hits the plate. Inside, 1 ball, 1 strike. Charlie Perrier grabs. And overthrew second. And that allowed Rabideau, who was watching the arc on that ball, to advance to second base. So Graves makes it out, but he advances the runners, and that's what you want to do if you're going to want to make sure you at least advance a runner or two. You're out. There's some meaning to it. This is Clarence LaFountain, the batter now. Could be trouble. Steve Perrier is back. He's back, and he makes it look easy. So I got 4 runs by my account. We're going to go to the second. It's 4-2 Altona Rock Runners leading the Altona Veterans. And some people can't wait to get back to school, so they're practicing here in the summer. We're in the top of the second. And Charlie Perrier is going to step in to lead off for the veterans. And Dave Lucia set to deliver, and the pitch is on its way. Strike one. 4-2. Rock Runners leading the veterans. Battle for the Clinton County Firemen's League supremacy and a battle for bragging rights in Altona. 11 firemen's teams throughout Clinton County, and 2 of them from Altona. Pitch from Lucia. And as it happens, the 2 best ones this year are from Altona. Lucia delivers. Collier should have it. 1 down. Now Brian Recor will step in. And a pitch from Lucia. Nice charity hop. Right to Dean LaFountain. 2 down. Then it brings up Bob Wood. And a pitch from Lucia. Strike one. Lyle Young. A nice sliding play. 3 up, 3 down, nothing across for the veterans. Rock Runners lead it 4-2 as we go to the bottom of the second.
Come on, Dave, you and Lyle.
Super Dave Lucia is at the plate as we start the bottom of the second. Kenton Perrier delivers. Lucia
Run, Dave, run!
may have stepped out of the batter's box doing that. Rico makes it a moot point as he grabs it, and Lyle Young will step in. 1 out.
Come on, Lyle.
And a pitch from Perrier. Ball 1. Line shot. And Bruce Warren makes a nice running catch. 2 down. Bring up Mark Tatro. Tatro likes to use as much of that batter's box as he can, so this is with Jim Barron having drawn a back line and a front line to the batter's box. You can see that line that Barron drew up there. You got to keep his feet where they belong. Steve Perrier drifts him back of third. 3 up, 3 down for the Rock Runners. And we'll go to the third inning with the score holding at the Rock Runners 4 and the Altona Veterans 2. Homer Champagne, who's the extra hitter tonight, is at the plate. As we start the third inning, I believe there's a strike. Veterans have just one extra player besides the 11 in the batting order. It's yanked out of play. And an extra player tonight is Kevin Giro, the manager. We'll probably see before the game is over. No, maybe not. He doesn't look like he's got his ball playing clothes on today. For the Rock Runners, they've got 2 that didn't start tonight. They alternate, and it's no fun when it's your turn to sit when it's the playoffs, but Pete LaFountain and Rocky Pupor are sitting tonight for the Rock Runners. Now Fred Porter at the plate, and a pitch from Lucia is taken for strike 1. That's hit to Coyer. To Lajway to first. Double play. Nice play. Good pivot there from Lajway. Coyer got it to him in a hurry. 2 down. And he'll bring up Doug Bouye.
Come on, Doug, you roll the top. Doug, roll the top. Doug, roll the dice. Roll the top. Doug.
Ball 1. Bouye had a good game against Beekmantown. He had 2 or 3 hits that second game. Just missed. 3-0 the count. There's Lucia's pitch. Bouye said, "I'll take this one all the way, thank you." 3-1. A line shot. Rabidou was there. 3 up, 3 down for Altona Veterans. We go to the bottom of the third. Still 4-2 Rock Runners.
Hit the ball. Come on. Hit that hard. Come on.
Dean the Dream LaFountain. A lead off here in the bottom half of the third. Ken Perrier delivers. LaFountain lofts it high and deep. Porter is there in the trees. Where'd he go? Strike 1. He's gone. The Alligators got him. So they'll get a new right fielder and the game will continue. LaFountain hits this one deep. It's a long out as Porter grabs it. 1 down. Now Tim LaFountain had that long ground rule double in his first trip. He steps in. Ken Perrier says, "I gotta get my concentration set here." What's happening here? I don't know. We're ready. Here's the pitch. Ball 1. Ball 2. Strike. Hit to Wood. Ooh, took a sudden hop, and he made the play, but it shook him up enough that ended up throwing the ball away. Ball came up sharply, and Wood had to protect himself. Made the play, but just that little bit of fear for that split second of getting injured made it enough that he lost his concentration and ended up throwing the ball away. Rick Dumas, the batter now. 4-2. Rock Runners at bat. They're leading by 2. Dumas, it's to Porter. This will advance the runner. That's 2 outs. Fountain will round and stay put. And John Corrier will step in. Championship round, Firemen's League softball. Corrier says, let's see if Porter can come in. Wood will go back and can't get it. It's an example there, as I said. Ball's got to be up a ways for the fielders can get a good beat on that. And Porter got a late jump. That was just enough for Corrier to drop it in and get a run batted in and make it 5-2. And now Randy Lajoie, the batter. Perrier delivers. Strike 1.
Okay, come back to me. Good mix, good mix. Good guy.
Stepped out of the batter's box. Batter's out. Stepped on the plate, says Jim Barron.
He stepped on the plate, Randy.
Stepped on the plate.
Sorry, Jim, I take that back.
So we go to the 4th inning, 5-2 now. It's a 3-run lead for the Altona Rock Runners over the Veterans.
Come on, Daryl, start here. Sorry.
Darryl Mayette at the plate as we start the 4th inning. Big strike 1. 5-2, Rock Runners leading the Veterans. Don't know how they did head-to-head this year. They play each other one time during the course of the season. Batter's out. And you got a car over there. Nice job. Now Ken Perrier, the batter. During the year, the firemen usually have teammates or somebody in the crowd refereeing or umpiring, I should say, and they don't get those little things like worrying about a batter's box. But if you're going to hire ASA referee umpires, you're going to get official rules called here, and stepping out of the batter's box is on the mind of all these players now, because we've had 2 and we've had a couple of that you could tell were watching their feet when they're swinging at that ball. Ken Perrier said, boy, I wanted something to hit. I will take the walk. His scoring ahead of son Steve here is the only 2 runs of the game thus far for the Veterans. There's a pitch from Lucia. Inside, ball 1. 1 out. 5-2. There's the score. There's a strike. Steve Perry pretty consistent about not swinging at a pitch so he's got a strike on him. 2-1. Strike 2. Now the 2-2 pitch. Ball 4. Must have been one of those I thought was a strike, was a ball. That was awfully close. So now that was ball 4. So the potential tying run is at the plate now for the veterans. Bruce Warren, the batter, he hits it foul, strike one. Somebody did a nice job of coming down here and burning the line in on the left field line and also right down that right field line. There's a pitch to Warren. 1-1. 1 out, tying run at the plate for the veterans. Lyle Young is there. 2 down. Throw to third, there'll be no advance. Terry Perrier, the batter. Ball 1. Strike. This will score 2. And Terry Perrier with a triple. So it's a 5-4 ball game. The fans are going wild on the other side. Now Charlie Perrier will step in. Fans are rather subdued over on this side. Tying run at third base. 2 outs. Here's the pitch to Charlie Perrier. Strike 1. Strike 2. 2 outs. Into the trees across the road. Oh, it didn't take them long to get the ball back in. I think the ball was in Lucia's glove before the ball landed in the road over there. I shut the camera off, turned around, and the pitch was on the way. Mark Tatro squeezes it for the 3rd out. We're going to go to the bottom of the 4th. Rock Runners leading the veterans 5-4. Dale Rabideau, the batter. As we start the bottom half of the 4th, we're halfway through the ball game. Rabideau hits the first pitch. Strike 1.
You're way out ahead. Come on.
Not going to shut the camera off this time. Here's Perrier with the ball. Popped up. Strike 2. Hit to Steve Perrier. The first. Safe. Rabideau hustled it out, beat it out, and that's tough to do against Steve Perrier's arm. So, Rabideau showing some speed on that one. Now Ralph Graves Jr., the batter. And the pitch from Ken Perrier is taken for ball 1. 5-4 is the score. Game 1, best of 3. Championship round in the gap. Daryl Mayette's there. 1 down. Now Clarence LaFountain steps in. Base hit. Warren will get it into 3rd. And LaFountain with another single. Now Dave Lucia. Super Dave Lucia. And the pitch. It's by Rico into right field. Dale Rabideau will score quite easily, thank you. And it's a 6-4 lead for the Rock Runners.
Get on, guys.
Runners at 1st and 2nd.
Hustle in there, buddy. Good hustle.
Let's see, 1 out. This is the fifth batter, Lyle Young. And it's a base hit for Young. And the bases are loaded. So it's just one out. And the top of the order coming up for the Rock Runners.
John, keep him on the base. Come on, home. Keep him on that base.
Deep one and whale it.
Teacher says, keep him on the base. I'm going to be swinging and missing possibly here. Ball one. This will score a run. Warren will grab, she'll throw it to third. And we're going to have an out. Does the run cross? Did the run cross? Well, of course, I have no opinion on it. No run. No run. Mike Brandon came over to help Barron on that one and said, Jim, the run had not scored. So that's a play right there where you got to be thinking. And the third out happened on a non-forced play. If it happens on a forced play, then you haven't got to worry about it. It's automatically run's not going to score, but on a non-forced play, when the third out occurs, the runner's got to cross before the out, and he didn't. So it's a 6-4 game. After 4 full, we're going to the fifth inning. Brian Recor is the batter. It's the first pitch foul as we start the fifth inning in this 6-4 ball game. Got some changes. We see Pete LaFountain out there, and we see Rocky Pupor behind the plate. So we've got some changes defensively. Mark Tatro's under it, one down. And we see Dale Rabideau and Clarence LaFountain sitting. We have Bob Wood at the plate. And where's the pitch? Here it comes. No pitch. Strike one. Oh, through the glove. Hit. Oh, Rick Dumas made a play out of it. Out chasing that ball to shortstop. Rick Dumas had other ideas. He said, I'm going to handle that one. And he was still able to make a little bit of a play out of it. It's runner on, one out. And Homer Champagne, the batter. There's the pitch. Ball one. Strike. Two. 2-1 delivery. Taken for ball three. 6-4 the score, so tying runs at the plate for the veterans. Busha delivers, ball four, so Homer Champagne gets a free pass. And Freddie Porter will step in. Busha studies the situation and pitches. Porter says, guy in front of me just walked, think I'll take a pitch or two, so he takes ball one. And takes a strike, 1-1. Popped up in the stands. No, that kid would have had the ball. If he hadn't been pulled out of the way, he was ready to grab it. 2-2 the count. And a pitch from Lucia. Popped up. Cooper will grab it. 2 down. And now Doug Bouye. Not saying that Doug Bouye is old, but he calls Clarence LaFountain kid. Could be trouble. Lucia will fire to fire to first. No play as Doug Bouye. Because I got some spring in those old legs yet here, and he hustles his way to first. We have a bases full situation. Champagne at third. Oops, excuse me, Wood at third. Champagne at second. And Bouye will be run for by Charlie Perrier. And Darryl Mayette is at the plate, top of the order up. Mayette takes it outside, ball 1. 6-4 the score, tying run at second base. 2 outs in the 5th. Strike 1-1. Pitch from Lucia. Looks playable. Tim LaFountain coming in. Grabs it. Altona veterans will leave him loaded. 6-4. We're going to the bottom half of the 5th inning. Dean LaFountain set to put it in the trees as we start the bottom of the 5th. Flares it to the left side. Terry Perrier getting a workout tonight. Strike 1. This guy's taking some pictures too. You from the newspaper? No?
Dino, definitely hit it hard, Dean.
To right center field. Drifted to straight center. And Darryl Mayette's there, 1 down. Now Tim LaFountain, the batter.
Go, Tim. Okay, Ricky. Come on, Rick.
Base hit for LaFountain. Rick Dumas, the batter now. He's the third baseman. Pitch from Perrier. Oren grabs, fires through. Taking a chance on that one. Rico able to stop it. Said, I think I can get LaFountain if I surprise him, but almost surprised Rico on that one. So 2 outs, and John Corrier, the shortstop, steps in the batter's box. He had a foot out before. Ball hits the plate. Throw to second. Out, says Mike Brannon. Steve Perrier, nice control, body control, firing the ball to second base for the out. Good, smart heads-up play. So it's still 6-4. We're going to the 6th. Altona Rock Runners leading the veterans. This is Ken Perrier. He's going to lead off in the 6th inning. There's the pitch from Rocky Pupor. Dave Lucia behind the plate now. Pupor in relief. Base hit for Perrier. Young says, hey, that ball's been greased. Steve Perrier, the batter.
Back. Get them balls behind the bench, please.
That's some warm-up softballs near play. Excuse my coughing. This time of the year in particular, when the pollen is out, I happen to get near somebody who's smoking a cigarette. We got a tie ball game. See, Perrier goes the opposite way. He likes to do that. Come on, Dad. He's going to pick up his father and carry him, I think. Steve likes to run around those bases. It's 6-6. As I was saying, just a little bit of cigarette smoke is all I need to choke me up. This is Bruce Warren. Looks like he's going to be caught by Tim Fountain. 2 outs. Nope, that's 1 out. 1 out. Now Terry Perrier at the plate. 6-6 in the 6th. The Devils score. Base hit. Now Charlie Perrier. Pupor delivers. Perrier, line shot to Dumas. That's 2 down. Nice play by Rick Dumas at third. Don't know if the camera got there in time. First baseman Brian Ricor, the batter. Kids out in right field area. Now they're gone. Crowd control in Scioto. You're going to hit those kids there. Get them out of there. Scare them out.
You want that, Brian.
Come on, guys, you need it out.
Other one.
Way ahead of him, Rocky. Way ahead of him.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
1 and 2 the count.
Come on, right. One more on the Rocky.
Base hit, Brian. Base hit, buddy.
Let's go, baby.
Tim LaFountain grabs it. So 2 runs for the veterans. We are tied 6-6. We go into the bottom half of the 6th. Randy Lajway, the batter.
Come on, Randy. Come on, Randy. Big hit here, Randy.
Bottom of the 6th. Line shot to Bob Wood. 1 down. I'll bring up Pete LaFountain, the first baseman, up for the first time. Here's the pitch from Perrier. It's by Terry Perrier at third. Pete LaFountain will get a courtesy runner. Randy Lajway as Ralph Graves steps in. Too much arc. Ball 1. Too high. Ken Perrier says, I'm not sure about that, Mr. Varon. Could stay fair. It is. It does, and that was not heading foul. Oh, it was heading foul. Excuse me. Foul ball. Foul ball, says Mr. Varon. I think that's strike 2, is it? Strike 2 now.
There we go.
Rocky Pupor on deck.
There you go.
Too much arc.
Pitch that ball, mister. I'll call him, mister. You come away, we know what. Let's go. Take a walk.
Payoff pitch. Hit to Rico. He's going to go to second to Perrier. And Graves will reach on a fielder's choice. So that's 2 down. And Rocky Pupor at the plate. 6-6 on the bottom of the 6th, game 1. And best of 3 finals. Strike 1. Base hit for Pupor. We knew the throw wasn't coming, but nobody told Graves, and he's head first into third. We weren't there with the camera because we knew the ball wasn't going to be there. Perrier faked the throw, but it was obvious that Graves had that made, so he was just trying to throw somebody off, and I think he might have thrown third base coach Rabideau off. Dave Lucia says, that's a strike. Gee, I thought it missed, but Barron says, just hit the plate. Porter will grab it for the out. Nothing across for the Rock Runners. Through 6 full, it's 6 up. Bob Wood is the batter. We are in the top of the 7th. In a 7-inning ball game with a tie score. It's going to stay fair. Little bottom spin on it, Wood says. That's all I need to do. Just like playing pool. I know why he was chalking up when he stepped up there. Now home run. Champagne. Go ahead, run on with nobody out here for the veterans. Rock Runners, however, will bat in the bottom of the inning no matter what happens here in the top.
Good eye. Good eye. Good eye.
Ball. 3-0, says Jim Barron. Pupor delivers. Strike 1. Off of Fountain's leg. Out of play. He's hustling after it, but that ball is out of play. So we'll have runners at second and third. Wood at third. Homer Simpson, as his fans are calling him. Homer Champagne at second. Well, Fountain didn't want to run before. He'll, after that bouncer off his shin, he's not going to run next time up there either. Well, Fred Porter with runners at second, third, 2 ducks on the pond for Porter. Nobody out. Top of the 7th. Here's the pitch. Line drive right by a diving Rick Dumas. Lyle Young can't get a handle on it. Champagne will score. And it's a 8-6 lead for the Altona veterans. Now Doug Bouye, the batter.
Nobody here, Fred.
Pitch from Pupor. Yes, I'm going to go the opposite way, but Young is there. 1 down. Darryl Mayette at the plate. 1 down, Porter at second. Veterans up 8-6. Strike 1. Pupor does not want to have to face Steve Perrier in his innings. Strike 2, foul tipped. Tatro is there. would have been a better catch for LaFountain for the throw. That's up to them to decide, not me, but LaFountain had the better angle on throwing the ball to second. But Tatro made the catch. He's watching the ball, he's not watching LaFountain, and LaFountain apparently thought Tatro had the better shot at the ball. So we have 2 outs, and Ken Perrier at the plate with Porter now at third base. Steve Perrier on deck. Strike 1 to Ken Perrier, deep. 1-1. It's in the trees.
Come on, Kenny.
1-2 the count, and a pitch from Popor. Nice stop by Dumas. Should have gone to the plate with it. Should have come to the plate. He had time. Porter scores. Perrier beats it out at first. Normally you want to throw that ball to first, and that's what you got to be thinking. But in that particular case, Porter had got a late stop. Late start, I should say. Late start, and Dumas naturally going with what your normal situation would call for, throwing the ball to first to get the out at first instead of going for the tag. But in that particular case, from our view here, of course, we weren't lying on the ground with the ball. From our view, it looked obvious, but from Dumas's view, I'm sure he had no idea where Porter was when he came up and had to decide where to throw that ball. Steve Perrier, if it stays fair, it's going to go foul. Popor saying to Lajoie, should I walk him? What should we do here? That's deep. I'm going to pitch something he can't hit. And he walks him. So Steve Perrier scares Popor into walking him. Now the cleanup man, Bruce Warren, the matter with runners at first and second. Veterans leading by 3. Corrier, nice play, covered some ground to get that one and back to third. So for the first time in the ball game, the Veterans are leading the Rock Runners. We're going to the bottom of the 7th. Veterans leading it 9-6. Lyle Young at the plate as we start the bottom of the 7th. Hit to the left side. Steve Perrier with a long throw. Off a step, they got him, 1 down. Mark Tatro. 9-6. Veterans with a come from behind lead. Tatro, as we said, loves to run around that batter's box, and he's got that batter's box on his mind in this game. Pops it up. Who's got it? Ken Perrier called for it. And couldn't quite get to it. And Tatro didn't give up. He hustled it. So that's an automatic out. I'm going to run anyway. And he's safely at first base. Well, break for the Rock Runners. And they've got some bats coming up here. This is Dean LaFountain. Line shot to Ricor. Tatro's arms just long enough. Dean LaFountain hit a bullet to Brian Ricor. Two down, and now Tim LaFountain. To Bob Wood at second. That's game 1. Altona veterans come from behind to defeat the Altona Rock Runners and take game 1 in the best of 3 finals. So that's the way it was on this 14th day of August 1997. We've been at the Scioto Recreation Park in beautiful downtown Scioto.